What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Deck here. Right now we're back with another video. I'm pretty sure I did this video probably like let's just say a few years ago. Let's dive right into it. Zack Snyder's Justice League revival, a possible Netflix candidate to buy DC. Oh my goodness. So it's come true, ladies and gentlemen. We've all been saying it on Twitter. Hashtag revive the Snyderverse. And it's coming into flourishing. Okay, let's get into it deeper. Zack Snyder's Justice League universe could make a comeback if Netflix ends up buying Warner Brothers. And with its DC Studios. Long live the king. So the thing is that right now Zack Snyder, his home is actually at Netflix. He's been working on Rebel New Moon movies, also not to mention Army of the Dead, which was pretty epically awesome. He's been working on quite a few Netflix films. So if Netflix ends up actually buying Warner Brothers, they get to control the DC and DCEU itself. That's some real power right there. I have no idea what they're going to do with James Gunn or anything like that. But one thing is this. I think James Gunn will keep his DCU to his side. And Zack Snyder will keep his DCEU on to his side. Because we need Justice League 2 and 3. And also we need Ben Affleck's Batman. Yes, mostly indeed. Okay, that's a possible speculation following a report from Variety citing Wells Fargo media analyst Stephen Cahill, who identified the soon-to-be standalone Warner Brothers as a prime accusation target. So they're going head-to-head, and Netflix really wants to buy. See, the thing is that when I guess you could say the Defenders like Daredevil, The Punisher, Jessica Jones, Lucas Cage, and Iron Fist came out to Netflix, Disney Plus, they like said, hey, what are you doing, Netflix? Those are Marvel TV shows, Marvel characters. They should be on my platform. If you want those on your platform, we're going to have to buy Netflix. Netflix said no to Disney. You're not buying us? No way. I did a video on this before a long time ago, and Netflix, they didn't budge. They said no, because Netflix is a huge, big, how can I put it, organization basically, and they're standing on billions of dollars. If Disney could buy Star Wars from George Lucas, why can't Netflix buy Warner Brothers? Think about that. Where the possibilities can end. I mean, both of them have a huge, large fan base, not to mention companies that back it down. Also, a lot of suppliers, and it's streaming on all different networks, such as like PC, computers, PlayStation, Xbox, you name it. It's spreading everywhere. So, why does Variety say Netflix the most compelling buyer? Let's get into it. Prior to the news of a potential Skydance Paramount bid for Warner Brothers, analyst Stephen Cahill named Netflix the most compelling buyer, ranking it ahead of Amazon, Apple, Comcast, Sony, and Paramount Skydance. Holy shit. Okay, we are getting into this. So these are their own words. Indeed, prior to the news of Paramount Skydance prepping a bid for WBD, which was first reported by the Wall Street Journal, Wells Fargo media analyst Stephen Cahill issued a note that page the future standalone Warner Brothers as an attractive M&A candidate, with Netflix the most compelling buyer, and other potential suitors including Amazon, Apple, Comcast, Sony, and Paramount, Skydance. So it's a bidding war, but Netflix, they have the most, I guess you could say, money that's being offered to Warner Brothers. Hey, you see what Warner Brothers is dealing with right now, backlash and a lot of semi-hate and stuff, and they're losing a lot of money, a lot of profits, especially with HBO Max. Yeah, especially after the kind of utter fail of James Gunn's Superman. They need something else. They need something popping that will be in everyone's mouths again. That's where Zack Snyder comes in. Now, update. The NY Post backs up the claims that Netflix is a contender to buy WB. So there are all these other networks out there in articles, and they are also backing up the words and saying that Netflix is actually wanting to actually buy WB. Question is, if they buy WB, what's James Gunn and his partner gonna actually do? Are they still going to remain as the co-owners? I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. But Netflix eyed as top buyer for Warner Brothers. Its reports arise as the entertainment industry braces for massive shifts, which are thought to involve tech companies scooping up the film studios to bargain basement prices. Rumors have also said Apple has been interested in Disney and Skydance, and is essentially a tech company as a result of Oracle. Netflix can be looked at as a tech company. Comcast owns Universal, which does make sense, I suppose. So I guess Apple had its eyes on Warner Brothers as well, because Disney was also interested in Netflix, but Netflix said, you guys aren't buying me. I can outbuy all of you if I want to right now, and I think I will. They're gonna buy Warner Brothers. Oh my goodness, if they buy Warner Brothers, they better put Zack Snyder's movies inside the movie theaters. That man needs some credit. Put some credit on that man's name. And I believe this is actually going to pan out and work out for a lot of Zack Snyder fans, especially the DCEU fans. Okay, so here's what this is. Warner Brothers Discovery is planning to split in 2026 in two separate entities. Oh, I knew it. I called it. Okay, Warner Brothers, which will hold studios HBO DC, Discovery Global, which retain cable and network assets, meaning they're going to be streaming as well and putting it on the network cable TV. That confirmed was by CEO David Slasper. Wow, the CEO, and lines up with what analysts says what makes Warner Brothers much more attractive for acquisition, especially by a content hungry giant like Netflix. Netflix is hungry. Netflix wants it. Okay, so think about all the Zack Snyder's DCEU movies. Netflix wants all those movies on their platform. They want to be the talk of the belt. So once this comes into fruition, once this happens, a lot of people's Twitters, DMs, family members, friends, all of them, the Snyder fans, gonna say, I told you, and there will be a huge debate and argument coming real soon. It's gonna get heated, and I'm pretty sure I'll get tagged into it. Oh my goodness. Other than that, what do you guys think about this? Are you guys hyped up to see Zack Snyder back in the DCEU owned by Netflix? Yeah, think about that. Alright, well, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.